Hi, it's Paul from Hench Herbivore. You join me on the battlefield for my advanced shoulders workout. If you want more great physique advice, hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you're notified of new uploads. Exercise 1, I like to really target the medial heads first with a compound move, so moving the most weight. Typically, dumbbell shoulder press, as you'll see here, seated from about ear height as the dumbbells up over the shoulders. Shoulders should be depressed throughout. Typically, I'm gunning for 6 to 12 reps in all these exercises. I'll do a couple of warm-up sets at 50 and 75% of work weight. Then onto my work weight, gunning for 10 to 12 reps on the first set. And on subsequent sets, if you're going near failure, well, you're going to drop a couple of reps. Week by week, just seeking to up the weight a little touch as possible. Then from quite a powerful exercise, I move on to an Arnie Press, which for me is more about the squeeze. So I'll go quite a lot lighter. Dumbbells start out in front, arms perpendicular to the ceiling, palms in, and up and out in equal measure, like a 2/3 movement, so you keep them all the way on the anterior and medial head of the deltoids. Here the triceps hardly come into play at all, really. With the compounds done, I'll go on to the isolation movements. Typically, people lack in the posterior deltoid, so I'm putting this first with the isolation moves, giving it plenty of love. Machine rear delt flyers first. You'll see that my shoulders are protracted. Keep the shoulders in the forwards position, drawing the arms back. If the shoulders move back, you know, you're turning on the rhomboids and actually easing up on the rear delt. So we don't want that. So it's actually, it looks a bit like a partial movement, except it isn't. It's the full range of motion for the posterior delt. EMG data tells us that palms inwards as opposed to palm down position in the grip is superior for most people. Then for a change of stimulus, I'm going on to a dumbbell version. I like to be face down on a 35-degree incline, leaning on the bench there. Takes any body English out of the equation, so it's a more pure movement for the rear delts. Bending the arms, again, shoulders protracted, so your dumbbells don't need to be coming up terribly high. And then finishing up with face pulls, overhand grip on the rope. The pulley is about my solar plexus height. Then with shoulders depressed and retracted, you draw the rope back towards the bridge of your nose, pulling your hands apart. Rear delts are well and truly thrashed. And we go on to the medial ones because they need a bit more attention. The front delts get hit quite hard in even chest presses and things, so I'll put them on the end with because they're of the least importance. Here I'm trying to work the width of the shoulders. Give yourself, you know, that nice V taper. Again, according to EMG data, this is the best exercise for the medial deltoids. You'll see it's got twice the range of motion as doing it standing upright with a dumbbell. You know, it's a constant tension, whereas the dumbbell gets heavy as you bring it away from the body. This is a constant tension. Honestly, it's so much more time under tension. My shoulders have really blown up since I've been including this one in my rotation. Make sure whatever height you grab at, you repeat that each time, so you're not changing that angle. Staggered stance, the leg nearest the pulley is in front, the other one behind. Tuck your feet in deep, level with the pulley, leaning all the way out. Face height, nice strong contraction at the top. These ones are horrible. I call these side lateral 1.5s. So you go all the way up, halfway down, all the way up, all the way down. So you're taking the momentum out of the second rep and it's just using the medial delt to put the brakes on. It's very, very difficult. You need to go particularly light on this. Again, it's a real burner. It's real isolating. Nice little finisher. On the very last set, I threw in 3 or 4 full range reps because I still had those in the tank. any side lateral movement, take a care to keep the palms down, or even rotate slightly backwards if you want at the apex. What you don't want is to raise at the front, so you take the tension off the medial head, put it slightly onto the anterior. Again, we've all got big front delts already. Speaking of front delts, finishing up with 2 exercises for these. So again, taking advantage of that stretch and that increased range of motion, I like to do the dumbbell front raise, sat back on a 45-degree incline. I like to keep the dumbbells tight into the body. So as they pass my legs, I've got my palms in. As they pass my legs, I rotate my hands down. And again, we're aiming for about face height with the dumbbells at the apex. Finishing up with this crazy steering wheel type exercise. Really good to find the pec delt tie-in. So I'm raising it, twisting it left to right. The next rep, twisting it right to left first. It's a real burner, this one. Make sure you keep an arm's length. As with all these exercises, shoulders depressed to really maximize the tension on the deltoids. And again, I had a little left in the tank, so finishing up with just some standard front raises. This workout will see me mega sore for like at least 5 days or so. Different people like to train in different ways. I like to give everything I've got every workout. So I take almost a week to recover from most of the body parts. For a beginner, I'd say cut the volume in at least half. Intermediate, you know, about 3/4 of this work would be enough.
If you've enjoyed this video and you feel like it may be of benefit to others, why not help grow our wonderful community by sharing it out on your social media, and together we'll help inspire everybody to go vegan for victory.